Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Shusy Zed. Random man in Atlanta happens to have 7 baby mamas, and she didn't know. I wonder what other red flags this man probably had then, huh? He did a 3-part series on this video, and I'm only going to do part 1, because I don't want to take too many of his videos like that. And please go watch the rest of these parts if you're interested in what the hell else is going on afterwards. But women, please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And it's time for that chow. It's chow time.
Joseph Beats, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Shusy Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
A single mom and TikToker by the name of Morgan goes viral after sharing her story of how she was in a relationship, then abandoned and forced to be a single mother. Now, guys, you're going to want your coffee for this one because this story gets insane. Shortly after she finds out that the father of her child has not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, well, probably 7, but maybe 8, 9, or even 10 children in total. She is painting herself, and many people agree that she's the victim in the situation. We're just gonna check this story out. I'm gonna share it. You decide at the end of this. And what made the story viral is when you ask Morgan, the chick, who is this man? She will tell you a random man from Atlanta. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you guys the story time. Gianna literally just dropped her bottle all over and I had to make her another one, but here's kind of the story time of how I got dumped and became a single mom at 23. So basically, I was living...
Why is there throw up everywhere? And why do you have your child on camera? I think this is so low class to be putting your kids on camera for clout or sympathy or whatever it is. Like, these kids do not or should not be on camera.
I just want to say the first few videos are of her and her child. And from what I see, she sort of uses the child, to like promote her page, her TikTok. Yeah. And you guys know how I feel about like kids on the channel. I usually try to blur the faces or cover them up. Hopefully we can do that with this one. But if we can't, part of the reason is because, it's out here. Go search up the story. This is probably not the first time you guys have heard about it. But let's keep listening.
It's not fun, by the way. So I was living in Georgia with her dad. We had like our own life, our own apartment, our own everything, obviously. When I got pregnant, I was like, okay, having kids gonna be hard because my parents live in Michigan. So he was like, okay, let's just move up to Michigan. You can have help with your parents, whatever, We mutually agreed to come to Michigan, right? So we moved to Michigan together. He gets like super depressed.
She seems pretty aggressive already. Mutually agreed.
I get super depressed because obviously like I'm towards the end of the pregnancy. I'm big as I just was not thriving. I wasn't happy at all. Like I left my job, I left my apartment, I left all my friends in Georgia. So anyways, we move up here. We just were not clicking. We were not getting along. He was being so mean to me. Like seriously, just so mean. Like that's all that I can say. So finally, my birthday's on Valentine's Day.
When they're so vague, he was just so mean. That's all I could say. It's just mean. Mean. Really? Like, it's almost always a cover for what actually did happen. Why? Because being vague and saying he's mean automatically garners sympathy and automatically, gets women onto her side.
So 4 days before my birthday, he was like, yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow. And I can't explain it. But anyways, long story short, he's like, I'm leaving. I'm like, okay, whatever, like, go. He's like, tell me if you want to be in a relationship, because if not, like, I'm leaving. And I was like, no, go, like, whatever. I didn't really not think he was going to leave, okay?
So he asked you if you wanted to be in a relationship, and you said, no, go.
In the morning, he packed everything up, and he left. He literally just, like, kissed Gianna and was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. He didn't take his clothes. He didn't take his shoes. He didn't take, like, anything. He didn't take his kid. He didn't take me. And he just, like, hopped down the road and drove back.
Why would he? You literally just told him, he asked you if you wanted to be together, and you said no. So how did he abandon you in a sense when he actually asked you in your story itself?
Back to Georgia. And then this was 4 days before my 23rd birthday, so I was 22. Finally Valentine's Day rolls around, which is my birthday, 4 days after he ditched me. I found out he moved in with his ex. And they have a kid. Well, he has 6 kids. Yeah, we haven't seen him since. So it's just us now. We're just vibing together. I love her. If you guys see him, he's somewhere in Atlanta, so just let me know. Tell him he forgot his case.
All right, guys. So this is the video, and the video went nuts, viral, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. And of course, everybody was like,
You know, like women nowadays just going on social media to shame men. And this, may be correct. I mean, may be warranted, maybe not, but just putting your story out there and putting your business out there on the internet like this is
like 6 kids. And did you know this before? For example, check out this comment from a woman who asked 6 kids. How old is he? How many baby mamas? Another person here says, wait, did you know about the 6 kids before, or did he withhold that info from you? And they want to know this because there's...
And it's obvious that he was a Ray Ray or a Pookie, and you got with the Ray Ray and Pookie, and Ray Ray and Pookies do what Ray Ray and Pookies do. Shoot up the club and then take off. Like, I'm almost positive he had the red flags. I'm almost positive you could probably tell that he was a Ray Ray or a Pookie, but that's probably the kind of man you like to go for. And that's the whole problem with how society is going nowadays. You guys choose these bad boys, probably a drug dealer type guy, and all this, and then you expect these men to stick around and be a good father.
They're saying if you knew he had 6 kids, you are an idiot for thinking that this man was going to be loyal to you, but maybe she didn't know. Let's keep listening. Another person responded back to that chick and says, I had my last child by a guy that I didn't know. Why did you do that? Goes on to say he had 4 kids. My child had never met him before. He's never done anything for me.
These women, they're the gatekeepers of sex. Yet, you have 4 kids from a guy you've never met before. Like, oh, this is so frustrating.
So the guy that you didn't know didn't do anything for your kids. Are you surprised? Hold on, guys. Is this story stressing you out?
Yeah.
Because it's stressing me out.
Actually, a little stressed.
Let's just all take a deep breath.
Listening to women.
Before we're stressed beyond measure and our skin starts breaking out. Speaking of skin, it's about that time we talk about the sponsor of today's video. Yes, you guessed it. Tiege Henley. How do I know that Tiege Henley, he didn't take me? Another woman responds and says, I started screaming at that part. OMG. Here's another comment that says, the next Nick Cannon. You got this, babe. A lot of support here from the women. Somebody else here says, nah, Nick makes sure all the women know about each other and understand he's for everybody.
True.
That is true. Nick Cannon is pretty upfront, and I'm assuming he can take care of all his kids. Here's another comment from another woman that says, well, he had 6 kids just casually. Well, you dodged a bullet with the laughing emojis. How did you dodge a bullet when you had that man's child? Somebody please help me help me drink this coffee, because I don't know if I could do this.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
How did you dodge a bullet if you had the man's kids? No, you caught that bullet. You caught that bullet.
In your womb.
That man hit the target right on the dot. Another woman responded and says, how did she dodge a bullet? She had his baby. Exactly. Y'all are slow. Here's another comment that says, I need part 2. So, of course, here's where...
It's sad how so many women can relate to this chick about, being with a man they don't even know and getting pregnant by him. That's where society is, guys. This is why men are leaving. This is why men do not want to date any of these women. This is why men don't want to date single mothers. This is why single mothers are on the bottom of the barrel. Because a lot of them do shit like this. But then when you come around, they expect you to take care of everything, provide everything before they even get sex. And it's just like, but you opened up your womb to a random guy in Atlanta or wherever country or city or whatever it is you're at. But when it comes to me, I have to, pay all the bills and take care of everything before you give me sex. Nah.
Where the video starts to pick up in popularity and people want to know about this man with all these children because he must be stopped. Who else is he out here impregnating and tricking into a relationship with children?
Ooh, how's that, child? I only did half of it, so go and watch the other half and the other 2 parts of this little mini series on this chick. It actually shows that he is a Ray Ray and Pookie. Like he has tattoos all over his neck and face. He was a drug dealer type, and these are the men that women love and women fall for, and then they wonder what happened when the consequences comes out after the men leave. There's so many men with so many children, but then there's so many women with so many children. But there's many more men that don't have children. This is the problem of what's going on. There's plenty of men that are good fathers, good providers, good men to be husbands, but yet they don't get chosen because women really want these bad boys. And then, they get the consequences of the bad boy, and then they're still looking for a good guy to maybe, smooth everything over for them life-wise. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.